Okay, we're ready to get things started here in the second half. Nantucket will kick off. The stats in the first half, the leading ball carrier, two of them tied. D. Barrows has 52 yards, and Carl Koch for Greater Lowell has 52 yards. Here's a low line drive kick to the other side. The ball's on the ground, and Greater Lowell field it and take it to about the 30 for Mike Camara on the return. I'd like to remind you that that was the Pacific National Bank halftime show with Bob Ryan. And what's that? 41. Peter Herman on the tackle. And remember, the Pacific National Bank has the Nantucket Visa card. You can go out and pick up an application at the bank, or you can call 228-1917. I think we have a delay of game, or maybe a little movement on the offensive line. So that would be a penalty against Greater Lowell.
My thanks to Bob Ryan for the halftime interview. He very obliging and very talkative. I'd have to say one of my best interviewees that I talked to.
Other stats, Dick. Nantucket 6 first downs, Greater Lowell 5. Nantucket has 102 yards on the ground, Greater Lowell only 63. Both teams are 1 for 3. Nantucket has 124 yards total offense, Greater Lowell 95.
It's a big defensive series coming up now, forcing Greater Lowell in a first and 15.
Egan in the backfield quickly. I think Carl Koch is back into the lineup.
Sharpless carries picked up about 3 or 2, make it 2nd and 13.
3 yards. And second down and 13.
I was talking to our coach Karen up in the press box here scouting. He was over at halftime with Coach Capizzo, and Nantucket thinks they can run against the weak side here. Going to come out looking at that area when they get the ball back.
It's like a broken play. I think Pilato could not get the handoff off. Actually, he got it to
go in the third quarter. Peabody 13, Tewksbury 7.
It could have been a broken play, as you say, Chris, but Nantucket had a lot of penetration there, so I don't think that play would have went much further than it did on that situation.
Okay, it's going to be 3rd and 13 for the Griffins. See if they go to the air. Pilato looking for out here, and he throws it past number 33, Ken Mellon.
A little bit behind him. Machete seemed a little bit stunned because the ball was so far behind him. Pearl putting a little bit of pressure on there, breaking in. So Nantucket, great opening series here on defense, giving Greater Lowell 1 yard, forcing him to punt here on a 4th and 14 from about the 30. This will be the first time Greater Lowell really has a chance to air it out. They've been always punting into and towards the end zone. Low snap. Nantucket's got the return on, though. Going to frame. Let's see if he uses the wall there. They're outside the wall again, though, Greater Lowell. Then they bring him right down.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of breaking up the Nantucket return there.
I guess Greater Lowell has talked to everybody in the Mayflower League, and they have said, don't let Nantucket get the wall set up, because they have busted through and been outside on all the walls all day.
You don't think anyone in the Mayflower League gave anyone information about Nantucket, do you, Dick?
Probably not, but as Bob Ryan said, there are spies everywhere.
The Mayflower League is represented here today.
And as you're referring, there's probably one on each team we played this year. Okay, Nantucket, handoff to Machete. A little bit on the outside. He makes a nice run out of that. Chad Machete. Nantucket's over there yelling something. Some of the sidelines. Maybe looking for a little bit extra tacked on, but it won't. Machete picks up a nice hard 6. He was hit on the line of scrimmage.
As I said, the Mayflower League teams, kids from teams from the Mayflower League are here. I've seen kids from Bristol Plymouth, West Bridgewater, Holbrook, and Martha's Vineyard. A bunch of people came up from the Vineyard to show their support for.
Slot left, hand off the Barrows in the middle. He doesn't make much.
Bob saw Southeastern, so.
And we're on this. No Cougars today. We have enough more problems with the Griffins, never mind the Cougars. The funny thing, all these fans are on this side of the field too, which is the the visitor side of the field.
It's the warm side of the field. You get in the sun. If you're sitting in the shade, the Nantucket fans are going to be a little bit chilly over there, and I know none of them were happy when they had to pick up and move.
Nantucket 3rd and 5, just inside the midfield stripe. Looking for a big play here. Manchester rolling out. They're going to pass. They got a little thing, the Machete there. Stays on his feet, and he bounces ahead, I think enough for the first down.
It's a little shovel pass, Dick, right out there in the flats. What Nantucket does is they send someone down deep, heading to draw the coverage downfield, and they bring in Machete underneath, and they just a little flare pass.
So that's Nantucket's second complete pass of the day. And first by Manchester. Frame completed the other pass. And it's enough for the first down. So now Nantucket is across midfield at the 47-yard line, setting up with an I backfield, slot left.
Aaron Fox, I think, is in the backfield.
And it's taken too long. It seemed like they took too long, but that's seems what the initial call is.
That may be Nantucket's first penalty of the game, Dick. Check it out, right? It is. Greater Lowell's been penalized 4 times for 30 yards, and Nantucket 1 time now for 5 yards.
That certainly has to put a smile on Coach Capizzo's face there, going the first half in this big important game with no penalties against them. Picking up their first one with 8:22 to go here, but it is not as costly as it seems. It still gives Nantucket 4 downs to work here. 1st and 15 on the 48-yard line. Double slot left. Barrow's the only back in the backfield. Manchester rolling out. And he's going to run the ball. See if he gets a block there. And he gets back to 5 yards. So it'll be second and about 9 or 10.
The Nantucket offensive line, Dick's doing a great job of chopping down the big Greater Lowell pass rush. It's just it's fun to see kids Nantucket size out there against these kids, and they're doing a great job. I mean, I think Nantucket, except for that opening drive by Greater Lowell, Nantucket is basically controlled this game.
Certainly have, and the 2 theories are well into effect now. One theory is that the bigger Greater Lowell team will wear down the Nantucket. My theory is that the bigger Lowell team will tire themselves out, and maybe the quickness of Nantucket will prevail in the 4th quarter. Okay, Manchester, here comes the sweep to Barrows. It's boxed in. He's going to go down for a loss. It's about a 3-yard loss there. Chapless was in the backfield. After Barrows got the pitch, he had nowhere to go.
So they'll bring up a 3rd and 12 situation for the Whalers. Ball just inside the Greater Lowell territory. Barrows and Machete in the backfield. Ryder in the slot, heading split out left. 3rd and 12.
Hey, Manchester dropping back. Had Ryder open over there in between the linebacker and the halfback. Threw it out of bounds, though, and Nantucket will punt the ball here.
It'll be 4th down for Nantucket.
Have any pizza, Chris?
No, I'm afraid if I eat it now, I'll break my teeth.
Looks good. Okay, Hedden back to punt. Let's see if Hedden can get one out. Good snap this time. Not a very good punt, though. And it goes down about... Only works out to be about a 14-yard punt. So Nantucket with a chance to put Greater Lowell in a hole. Gives them a break here. Greater Lowell will be setting up on the 35-yard line. Let's see if
Going into the 4th
Koch.
period, it remains Peabody 13, Tewksbury 7.
All these little voices there, Bob. I don't know where they're coming from. All right, Greater Lowell setting up 7:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And they see they have some confusion on the play, but now they're getting set. I backfield, ends in tight. Hand off to That's shapeless. Shopless. Shopless, shapeless, same guy, right?
That's his longest carry of the game so far. He had 8 carries in the first half for 11 yards. So that is his longest carry. He had one of 8 earlier. It looks like Koch is not in the game, so perhaps he's been sidelined for the remainder of the game. Sharpless will line up in the I formation. Second man through. Nantucket bottles that one up, but they're just trying to pick up the first down on the short yardage. They'll have a official timeout here to do a little measuring, spot the ball. They'll be close to a first down.
While we have them doing that, we'll mention our sponsors here who brought you Whaler football throughout the year and the Super Bowl here today. Harbor Fuel for our pregame show, Pacific National Bank for our halftime show, Congdon and Coleman Insurance for all your insurance needs, Don Allen Ford, drive a new Ford today, Island Lumber for all your building needs, the Inquirer Mirror, read about the game in this week's paper, the Pines Restaurant where good friends meet for good food and good drink, Cafe Bella Vita for all your Italian needs, Jim's Nantucket Hair, Ishki Santos, rubbish and garbage removal all over the island, Vincent's Restaurant, remember, Vincent's has Thursday night's pizzas, 12-inch for $4. Here comes a reverse. Nantucket doesn't see it. Wide open space there. And they stop it. Well-designed play there. Coach got into the back then, almost got to the outside. Also, the Sheridan of Hyannis, National Car of Hyannis, the Nantucket Booster Club, who thanks the community for their support all year. And remember that the Booster Club will still be supporting teams this winter. Pina of Pina's Bus Line, who rides the Whalers offside. Don Hahn of D&D Remodeling. Dreyfus of New York. Bastilli Pizza, who brings you the official pasta of the Nantucket Whalers. Little inside reverse there this time, doesn't go anywhere. Brought down by Hallard.
Coach on the carry. Tackled by John.
Robert C. Marks Landscaping, Sun Island Delivery, Daily Truck Rental, Dolly Freight, Nantucket Pharmacy, Winthrop, Hotels, Harbor House, Young's Bike Shop, The Hub, and the Island News Service will bring you the Daily Globe.
Okay, second down and 9 for the Griffins. Koch back in the game, picks up about 3. Tackle in there, looks like clear some of his bodies. D. Barrows.
I've had a tough
Daryl
time.
Santos.
I've had a tough time all year on the Cougars. You're the expert on the Griffins, I've heard. Tell us about a Griffin.
What's there to say about a Griffin? Bob asked me yesterday what a Griffin was.
Yeah, what's a griffin?
What is a Griffin? We want to
Isn't
know.
it a dragon? A mythical dragon?
A mythical dragon.
Kind
Okay.
of beast?
A beast.
You ever seen a
We're playing-
television show with Merv Griffin Enterprise at the end? He has a griffin on his little emblem there.
Third and long. The Griffins are back to pass. They got somebody open. Knocked away. Nice defensive play there. And we'll credit
Peter.
that to Peter Hedden. They were going for the big tight end who's scored the 8 points for the Griffins today.
Tell you what, if Peter was there maybe about 2 seconds earlier, he had open field and may have been able to pick that off.
If Peter Hedden was the size of the tight end, and the tight end was the size of Peter, Peter wouldn't be going down the sidelines with that ball. He was just a little bit too short. He got there to deflect it. If he was taller in a second earlier, as you said, he would have just caught that ball in stride and went down the sidelines. Greater Lowell has kicked the ball in this situation a few times today, pinning Nantucket back. Right now they're going to call a timeout and talk about it. And let's see if they're going to think about kicking the ball.
Okay, Greater Lowell going for it, 4th and 6. Comes
Going
a
for the
quick
sweep,
pitch.
and they got the room out there. Turns the corner, going down the sidelines. Touchdown. Looks like number 20.
36 yards. Touchdown, Greater Lowell.
A well-designed play going down the sidelines. Kyle Koch. And they show no ill effects of a bad ankle or knee. Rimmel's in some 36 yards.
Big extra point coming up for Greater Lowell.
Great Lowell gets the extra point here, and Nantucket's got to score twice. He'll kick it in this situation.
Mickey Sharpless will attempt the extra point. The kick is good.
Hey,
Low line drive kick goes through, so 15-6, Greater Lowell up with 4:30 left here in the third quarter. Nantucket will have to regroup.
The Greater Lowell drive was 7 plays, 64 yards. The final 36 scored by Carl Coach. Time on the drive, 2:36. Sharples on the kick. In the first game, Quinlan had 121 yards on 9 carries. He's a quarterback for Matmon. And Tyler McDonald had 113 yards on 27 carries.
okay, kickoff hits Nantucket in the face mask. They got to pick it up. Machete does. Cuts inside, stays on his feet. It makes something out of it. It could have been disastrous there. The ball slipped up and hit Machete in the face mask. But Nantucket will be setting up here in the 31-yard line. Nantucket's got to go back and just steady themselves here and not try to score all 9 points at once. They got to just move the ball upfield and at least get field position back.
All right, plenty of time left. Still have 15 minutes of football to play here.
Okay, slot right. Pro backfield. Manchester, handoff. Little counter coming back. They get the room there. Machete, first down.
Peter heading out there. He just missed the block. If he could have gotten that block, Machete would have been able to break outside and go down the sidelines.
Crossback series worked that time. So Nantucket shows some good life coming out there, getting a first down right off the bat. Head and split left. Larrabee in tight right. Pro backfield. Ryder in the slot. Here's the counter going the other way to D. Barrows. He's hit. Picks up about 3. Got to keep our eye on both teams now, especially the big guys on the line. A lot of players on both teams going both ways. The extra length of the game and the importance of the game could have a telling factor here in the fourth quarter. Nantucket right now is just shy of the 45. Working second and about 7. I backfield. Greater Lowell jumps, gets back. Handoff, second man. Sweck back in. Picks up about 3, so that's going to bring about 3rd and 5.
Chamberlain in on tackle.
Okay, Nantucket 3rd and 5 here.
Third down and 5.
All right, Nantucket just shy of the midfield. They haven't been able to throw long yet. It'd be nice for them to spring one here. Only thing Greater Lowell has given them is a short pass. Manchester talking to Barrows there in the backfield. All over the ball. Dropping back the pass. Here comes the pressure again. He goes down. This time, the pressure coming from the right side. Nantucket will have to punt the ball.
Ken Mellon on the tackle for Greater Lowell. Shot in there. They use those quick backs. They're halfbacks on offense, and they play linebackers, and they'll rush one of those guys every once in a while, and Mellon was able to get through.
What the Nantucket defense got to do now, and maybe even started here on special teams, is look for the all-important turnover, which has been very beneficial all year for the Nantucket. Peter Henn gets off a much better kick this time. Good bounce, goes down to Greater Lowell at about the 25. Good room, stays on his feet. And Egan brings him down. There's a flag down, though. Sharpless almost broke it. Hopefully that's a legal block.
See if they bring it back.
Nantucket has not had a turnover yet. Neither team has had a turnover, for that matter of fact.
Block below the waist.
That's a big penalty there, going in Nantucket's favor, Chris.
That block was, I think, on Shane Sweck. He was the first man down there, and Sharpless running, I think, with Mellon. I think Mellon caught Sweck.
That'll be half the
low
distance,
block.
getting it down to about the 13.
So no question what Greater Lowell wants to do right now. They want to put together a nice long drive right here.
Greater Lowell starts first down and 10 on their own 14-yard line.
No turnovers to speak of so far in this game. It would be a nice time to see one pop up here.
Nantucket defense here certainly has that on their mind, having Greater Lowell back here in the 14.
Not much on that right side for Greater Lowell.
Coach on the carry.
Greater Lowell is a smart team here. They're just going to run 3 plays like that, hoping to spring one and then punt the ball away. They don't want to get any fancy here, wide pitch outs or anything like that, putting the ball up in the air.
He has 3 yards, second down and 8.
Okay, pro backfield, slot right. Motion man from the slot coming back right. Hand off to the first man, second man through in the middle. He picks up about another 4. Well, Greater Lowell is basically doing what they want to do here. Bringing up 3rd and about 3. Ideal situation to pick up the first down they need. Nantucket's defense would like to stop this play and force them to punt. Okay, 3rd and 2. Ends in tight. Everybody in tight. Greater Lowell to go with power here. Here it comes left side. Nantucket cracks through. And if they give him the tackle, he won't have made it. Let's see if he jumps forward, though. He jumps forward on his knee.
And they got him marked back short of the 25, down back to about the 24. That'll be real close.
Looked like Shane Sweck was in the backfield. If Nantucket come up with the right end of the spot, this will be a good series here. The back was smart enough to dive forward, though. It causes the officials to have to look for a spot rather than seeing him lay right there. Greater Lowell does get it, and they got benefit of that spot. Okay, this should be the last play of this quarter, if the time doesn't tick off as is. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter here. The score at Boston University and Nickerson Field is Greater Lowell.
Halloween and Thanksgiving and the early preparations for Hanukkah and Christmas. We at the Island Pharmacy will be ready to help. For Greater Lowell, Paul Pilato looking downfield, couldn't find anyone, so he's going to lose about 6 yards on the play.
Nantucket almost had a big sack back there. Somebody, I don't know if it was Larrabee Santos, almost had him for about a 15-yard loss. He swung out of that and almost come up the sidelines, but he must have stepped out of bounds way back, because it looked like he almost got back to the line of scrimmage. So again, Greater Lowell changes and tries to pass on first down, much to Nantucket's advantage there.
Sharpless gets about 4 or 5 of those yards back. Little slant off tackle.
Greater Lowell certainly has a nice seam in there. Anytime they want to run the ball off tackle, they just seam it right in there and wait to decide which way they want to break. That's the one thing to Nantucket's disadvantage. Nantucket has that advantage when Greater Lowell is doing things like trying to pass on first down or trying to sweep. Okay, 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11. Let's see if Greater Lowell goes back to the air here. Nice time for an interception. Here comes the sweep right, cuts it back, Koch. He's not going to get back. He does get back to the line of scrimmage, but not getting anywhere near enough for the first down. It'll be 4th and about 8.
Mickey Sharpless on the carry there. So they really, Koch must be still hurting a little bit, Dick, as they really not going to him as they did in the first half before he got injured. Sharpless is probably, as far as the amount of carries, he's probably taken over the lead there for Greater Lowell.
Mickey Sharpless in punt formation for Greater Lowell.
Okay, Nantucket has the
Machete beats the receive for Nantucket.
return on. Let's see if they get a wall set up. Nice punt. Going to drive Nantucket all the way back inside the 20, rolling out about the 18-yard line.
Sharpless' punt goes out of bounds of Nantucket.
Nantucket really didn't show them any respect there, and they were playing up. The ball got over their heads, and so they're pinned down deep. They've got
56-yard punt.
56-yard punt for Mickey Sharpless.
First down and 10. That was a 58
The Greater Lowell is doing it on all areas of the game now, offense, defense, and special teams here the second half. And with 9:28 to go, it's almost getting to disaster time for Nantucket. They have to get a drive going here. They have to get something to happen. Defense couldn't make it happen. Maybe the offense can. Here's the third quarter stats.
Still wet.
All right, here comes a sweep to,
Oh,
is that Shane Sweck? Shane
Sure,
Sweck.
Shane Sweck.
Sweck on the carry. Mickey Sharpless and Jeff Doobie on the tackle.
Nantucket, of course, just hoping now quickly to be able to break something out.
20 yards.
We're going to have a official timeout here
So
for a measurement.
first down.
So a pickup of 10 for Sweck.
Everybody's coming back up here to right afterward. We'll have final books up here. That'll be final play-by-play,
It'll be second down and
full
8.
individual, full team stats as well as scoring summary. But back up here, Greg, and I'll bring it available for you.
Okay, just shy of a first down here. Again, Nantucket needs to get something big happening. They can't really take a long time to score here because the clock is going to become a factor here very shortly. 9:20 to go right now. Manchester falls ahead for the first down.
Mark Manchester carries. Tackle at the line. Take it 2 yards and a first down for Nantucket.
Stop the clock there, set the chains, and get it going again. 9 minutes left here in the game. Greater Lowell 15, Nantucket 6. Division 5 Super Bowl. The Whalers trying to get something going here. They have to put the ball or score twice. Comes the pitch. Machete can't get outside. Loses a yard or two.
Chad Machete
Great pursuit there by Greater Lowell.
tackle made by Steve Chamberlain. Loss of 2 yards. Second down and 12.
Second and 12 here now for Nantucket. Manchester coming back in with the play. Getting it from Coach Capizzo. Okay, double slot right. Machete's the only setback. Comes the pressure again. Gets it out to Machete. Nice pass by Manchester. Machete doesn't make much, but Manchester saves himself about a 15-yard loss.
Tackled by Jeff Doobie.
Greater Lowell is reading Nantucket rolling out the pass very well, and as soon as they read it, they send a linebacker right at the quarterback. They've been there all day right in the quarterback's face, not giving him any time to set up.
Okay, it's going to bring up 3rd and 8 yards for the Whalers. Ball lying on their own 32-yard line. 7:30 left here in the game. Big play for Nantucket. They want to keep this drive going.
Okay, one setback. Slot right, slot left, split end left. Here comes the reverse. Let's see if they got any penetration. Flags it down on the field. No, stays on his feet. Nice move, but I think it's all going to come back. Machete did a lot of dancing around there. Made something out of nothing.
There are penalty flags down.
The actual turnstile in the morning game was 26:61. The turnstile, the count for the second game is 17:64. for a total of 44-25 for the
Flipping
two.
is the call against Nantucket.
Flipping against Nantucket. They're saying the first game had over 2,000 fans come through, and the second game about 1,700. That's a little misleading because a lot of the Nantucket fans, Chris, get up here during that first game, so they could have been counted on the first game stats. When they got here, a lot of them came in and watched the second game. I mean, the first game before the second game started. But anyways, a total of about 4,400 fans will come into Boston University to see the game today. But what's more disheartening is the fact that Nantucket has just hit with a big 15-yard penalty, moving the ball back to the 16-yard line.
23 for Nantucket.
And we might almost see the quick kick here.
We'll see if D. Barrows lines up in the deep in the eye. Takes a. Usually you can tell he'll step a little bit further back.
He's not that deep. All right, Manchester out over the ball. Great low jumps. They get back. Manchester going back to pass. This time he's got a lot of time in the pocket. Comes out, gets it up to Hedden. And they're going to call it. Yes. Okay, that's a benefit for Nantucket, actually, folks. Because it would have been a fourth down punting situation. And I don't think the way Nantucket's been punting the ball today, they would have got it much deeper than that. So that works out to be a good play all around. First turnover of the day for either team. Greater Lowell taking the pass on a deflection. Peter Hedden went up for it. It was deflected to the second man. But the ball is out to the 48. And as I said, I don't think Nantucket would have gotten better field position if they had to punt the ball on fourth down. Greater Lowell with 7 minutes to go here will just be looking to take some time off the clock. In the eye, split end right, up the middle. Hammers forward. The power of Mickey Sharpless there carries Santos ahead for about another 3 yards, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Well, Greater Lowell doing a good job right now, taking the time off the clock. They seem to, I thought they were going to tire there in the second half. They seem to come out with maybe a little bit better prepared after they felt Nantucket out in the first half. Sharpless off tackle. Gets out close to the first down. It'll be short.
Nantucket really has to make something happen here now on defense. They just can't wait for Greater Lowell to punt the ball back. They got to take it over here. And Greater Lowell, that's a smart team, is certainly not going to bolt the ball up in the air here. So Nantucket's got to look for some hard hits and get the ball on the ground for the fumble, something they've been doing all year on defense and they haven't done yet here today. Here comes the reverse. Again, it gets the corner. Koch bounces off 3 or 4 people, broke 3 or 4 tackles and went downfield. No flags on the play, but we do have a Greater Lowell player down on the field. Greater Lowell runs that reverse nicely. They get the end in deep, and then they go around him, and there's a lot of room on that sidelines once they go around him. That time, Koch really stayed on his feet, going all the way down the sidelines, bouncing off 2 or 3 players. Eric Shanana, the 5'11", 210-pound tackle.
Shanana?
I didn't sneeze, did you?
Well, with 5:39 left, Nantucket really needs something big break for them to have any hope of pulling this out. Greater Lowell is going to be sitting with a 1st and 10. The ball on the Nantucket 24-yard line. Griffins look to be in good shape right now. Okay. 1st and 10 for Greater Lowell. 24-yard line. Sharpless off tackle. The hole's there. Picks up about 4 yards.
Ricky Sharpless on the carry. Tackled by Michael Egan. Yeah, 3 yards, second down and 8.
Greater Lowell pounding away right now at Nantucket. They have their most success going left behind their two big guard and tackle and tight end over there. Sharpless in motion. Second man through on a counter. Caught, touchdown. And that'll wrap it up. 21-yard touchdown on a little counter. Greater Lowell's leading now 21-6 with the extra point to come.
They said Koch was pretty quick. Nantucket has not seen it back that quick all year. And once he gets through the hole, he's not going to be brought down. He's shown that on 2 or 3 occasions today. 2 touchdowns for Kyle Koch.
Ricky Sharpless will attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the score is now Greater Lowell 22, Nantucket 6.
22-6 with 4:58 left in the game. Tell you one thing though, the coaching staff over there is not going to let them die. They're going to come out and give it their best shot here. 52-yard drive by Greater Lowell.
25 yards, Sharpless on the kick. Coke now is 20 carries for 155 yards, 2 touchdowns.
No sense in us saying it, right?
How's that set up with the records, Chris? Superbowl records?
For
Russian?
I think he's got a long way to go. You get one kid from Leominster there.
Ricky Sharpless to kick off for Greater Lowell. Feature receiver Chad Machete and Chris Spring.
Okay,
Ways to go before the Rangers win the all-time Western League Super Bowl. The guy in list Darren Cooley with 173 yards. He played an 83.
Okay, Machete straight up the middle. Got the wall. He's gone. Chad Machete could go all the way. No flags. Touchdown, Chad Machete. And Nantucket right back.
Chad Machete.
83-yard kickoff return by Chad Machete. Nantucket now down 22-12.
And that puts Chad Machete in 8th place here on kickoff returns. Calvin Davis got the longest, 91 yards.
10th longest kickoff return for a touchdown in Super Bowl history. 83 yards. The all-time is 91 yards by Calvin Davis of Dorchester in 1989. 83-yard kickoff return by Machete.
The second longest in Super Bowl history is 90 yards by Bull Alamadobar in 1980.
Okay, Nantucket.
Nantucket will send the 2-point conversion.
No, they're going for the single point here. Why?
Correction, Peter Hedden is in there to kick the extra point.
I think they got to think about this for a second. I don't think they want to go for the extra point. Am I correct, Dick? They want to get the 2 point.
No, they want to go for 2. They go for 2, then they're within 8, right. They don't want to kick this one.
Well, there you go. Nantucket, basically all season long, has gone left or right on those punt and kickoff returns up the sidelines. And this time, I think Greater Lowell looking for that same thing. Nantucket went straight up the middle. Chad Machete found the seam, and he was off to the races. No one from Greater Lowell even came close to catching him.
Yeah, the Nantucket coaching staff outwitted Greater Lowell in that situation. As you said, they've been looking for the sidelines all day. And when Machete come up the pipe, there wasn't too many white shirts there looking for him. And Machete's speed, they couldn't get close to him.
Okay, let's see. Nantucket reevaluates their position here. Hedden is still in there to do the kick. I hope they're not faking it. They're not going to fool anyone. For some reason, Nantucket going for the 1 point. Snap is good. It's a fake. In the down, a 2-point conversion. D. Barrows on the receiving end of that 2-point conversion.
Okay, as you said, they weren't fooling anybody, but Frey made a great play out of it.
So with 4:46 left here in the game, Nantucket's within 1 touchdown in the 2-point conversion of tying this up.
Hope to start looking to see if there's been any overtimes in Super Bowl history here.
So Greater Lowell finds himself celebrating maybe a little bit too early. Bob looks at me like, no. You never know, Bob. Of course, I was the one that said just about wraps it up for Greater Lowell on that last touchdown. So I hope I'm wrong.
Those wouldn't be words you'd wouldn't mind eating, right?
That's right. Okay, Hedden is back in to kick the ball now. Dick's going through his
Looking to see if they have any overtime games listed here. I don't know of any. I have one other place to look, though.
Is Nantucket going for an onside kick, Dick?
No, I think they're going to kick deep and ask the defense to do something they haven't. No, they are going for it.
Greater Lowell gets it at their 48. I think a little early, perhaps.
Yeah, I thought with 4:46, Nantucket would kick it deep and ask the defense to do something they haven't done all day. Get a turnover.
In one overtime period during each team during that overtime will put the ball in play 1st and 10 at 1st and goal at the 10. Should the score remain tied after the first overtime, the game will be declared over. It will be a tie game, and there will be co-champions. They will not play till there is a winner. Only one overtime ball placed on the 10-yard line.
Okay, the defense is doing the job there now. Stacked up, and the people here at Boston University are telling us nothing new about the overtime. If there is an overtime, there'll be the, if there is a tie, there'll be one overtime period, and that's getting the ball at the 10-yard line. And let's hope that happens, huh?
Certainly.
The Greater Lowell not in the offensive set they want. Rush to get into it. Here comes the motion coming back left. Handoff to the man in motion, and Bings, get him out of bounds, stop that clock. Nantucket wants to stop the clock as much as possible now.
We have about a 5-yard pickup for Sharpless, as he is knocked out of bounds. No, he didn't get out of bounds.
5 yards, 3rd down and 5.
So the clock ticking away, 3:55 left here in the game, 22-14, Greater Lowell on top. Chad Machete just returned a kickoff, 83 yards to get Nantucket back into it. And now the defense needs to do their job here. 3rd and 5, here comes Greater Lowell. Good big play here. Sharpless in motion, look for Koch. Sharpless off tackle behind the power is stopped short of the 1st down. Greater Lowell will be faced with a 4th down decision here with 2 yards to go. Nantucket will use a timeout. Greater Lowell is going to be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. Nantucket now has 3 timeouts remaining.
Okay, the last overtime game in a Super Bowl occurred in Central Massachusetts in 1978 when Leominster beat Milford 13-6 in overtime. The last overtime game in Easton, Mass. occurred in 1974 This had to be a heck of a game, Chris. Andover beat Salem 21-20 in overtime. There's never been an overtime game in Division 5, Eastern Mass football. There's only been 3 overtime games in going on 19 years of Super Bowls.
Okay, let's see what Greater Lowell's decision is. Sharpless is out there, but he's their punter too, so we'll see what are they going to feel confident about gaining these 2 yards and giving Nantucket good field position. And right now, Sharpless is going to line up in punt formation. Nantucket has no one back deep. And they're just going to let him kick it.
See if they go for the punt block. No, they're going to let him kick it.
Sharpless drills it. That should make the end zone. Hopefully, get going. Good, 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 good.
Just gets in there. Woo!
It didn't. It took one quick bounce at the end there.
Nantucket got a break there, almost being down close, but the ball bounced into the end zone. So Nantucket has plenty of time. They know how to score quickly. They just got to go 80 yards to do it. 3:19 to go, Chris.
Well, let's hope they do it quickly. I don't think I could handle an overtime. I'd like to be able to handle an overtime, though. Don't get me wrong, but it'd be even better to score quickly here, get the ball back and score again and win it before the time runs out. How's that?
I'll send you up to Barney's at the corner if we go into overtime, all right?
The dugout. Send me over to the dugout.
Barney's Bar and Grill. Get on old duels for laundry.
Okay, Barrow's the lone setback. Chris Frame is taking over at quarterback. Barrow's in motion. Frame rolling out to the right, being pursued. It's a quarterback keeper. He's got the speed. Frame's got room. He could go.
Chris
One
Frame.
person down to the 40-yard line. A 60-yard run by Chris Frame. 50-yard run. Am I right, Dick?
40.
40.
Starting at the 20.
I blame my 7th grade math teacher for that mistake. And there's a play by Nantucket. Greater Lowell, not used to seeing Chris Frame. Mark Manchester, of course, not as quick as Frame. Frame just turned the corner. And so Nantucket inside the Greater Lowell 40-yard line at the 39, 3:10 left. Frame got out of bounds, too, so he had one player to beat. So Nantucket knocking on the door. Double slot left. Barrels on a sweep here. Oh, Frame's going to go left. Greater Lowell strings it out. Frame picks up a yard or two. That one took too long to develop.
Yeah, a little indecision there on the blocking in on Frame running there, and it just slowed everything down. Frame dove forward for 2 anyway, so it's 2nd and 8. Clock is running. Nantucket's got to get a play selection in there in a hurry. I'm pretty sure they have all 5 timeouts, so they can use them when we get down under 2 minutes.
Timeouts. 3 timeouts left for Nantucket. Clock's even got timeouts.
Why did I know that? Okay.
Go ahead, Dick. 2nd and 9. 2:25 left, 4th quarter. Counter. D. Barrels up the middle. Powers his way for about 4.
That could have been a late hit there. Barrels was on the ground trying to stretch forward, and he could come in from over the back. D. Barrels is saying something to the referee about it. Could have been a big one. It's not, though.
Nantucket's going to start thinking about using some of these timeouts as the clock clicks under 2 minutes, 1:55 left here in the game. Nantucket at the Greater Lowell 32, 3rd down and 4. The fans are on their feet.
Too much time.
Timeout by Greater Lowell, so Nantucket gets a break, not having to use one of their timeouts. So each team has 3 left. Greater Lowell didn't like the way they were set up defensively. While we get this break, we'd like to tell you and this may be our last time to we really like to express our appreciation and thanks for all the sponsors that have made this season very pleasurable to be able to cover. As you work, Dick and I, as we've done this for our 5th year now, 4th year, and this is our Super Bowl too. I mean, we really enjoy coming up here and covering this game. So we'd like to thank the following sponsors. Of course, Harbor Fuel Corporation with their Player of the Game donation, Congdon and Coleman Insurance, Don Allen Ford, Island Lumber Company, the Inquirer Mirror, the Pines Restaurant, Cafe Bella Vita, Jim's Nantucket Hair, Iski Santos Rubbish, Vincent's, the Sheridan of Hyannis, National Car Rental of Hyannis, the Nantucket Boosters Club. Also, special sponsors today, David Pina Bus Lines from Pina Bus, Don Hahn from
D&D Construction.
Thanks. The Dreyfus Corporation Investments, Pastilli Pasta, the official pasta of Nantucket Whalers, Robert C. Marks Landscaping, Sun Island Delivery, Trucking and Storage. We'll get to the rest of them now. Nantucket frame rolls out to the right. In trouble, jumps it off. It's picked off. Couldn't get it over the Greater Lowell player's head. Just trying to dump it, and it's picked off. Frame was just trying to dump that over the middle. 1:37 left.
And
the Pacific National Bank, Nantucket Pharmacy, Island Pharmacy, Winthrop Group, Harbor House, Young's Bicycle Shop, The Hub, and also Island News and Delivery, bringing you the Boston Globe to Nantucket.
And Nantucket can stop the clock 3 times here. Hopefully they can get one more shot back with the ball.
Sharpless off tackle. Nantucket will use one timeout.
Sharpless carries. Shane Sweatkin on the tackle. Gain of 3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Timeout Nantucket.
And Nantucket takes a timeout, have 2 left. 2nd and 7. We got to start thinking about a MVP here. Hopefully something else will happen that will help our judgment.
Let's hope so.
Laundry's cleaning house here. Nantucket will just try to stop the clock. A couple more times. They only can stop it 2 more times. Hopefully they can stop Greater Lowell from gaining more than 5 yards in these next 2 carries. Greater Lowell just running that little dive off left tackle. This time he springs it down the sidelines. And knocked out of bounds. Coach again breaks it. They knew the play was coming. Coach just slips off tackle and goes down the sidelines. This happened too many times today. Coach gets knocked out of bounds there by, I think it was Peter Hedden at the end of it, saving the touchdown.
For 191 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Coach has carried the ball 22 times for 191 yards.
It ties him for 20th place among the all-time rushers in Super Bowl history. He's tied with Dan Macero, M-A-C-E-R-O, of Minichar. He had 191 yards in 1983.
Okay, these records are split over 2 years, so some of these carry, they get coaches being in 20th place, which seems phenomenal. But some of the carriers ahead of him have been able to rush the ball for 2 years. One of them that he hasn't passed yet is Bull Almodovar, who had over 200 yards in the 1980 Super Bowl game. Laundry's throwing things around here. And he said he doesn't get involved in these games, huh? Okay, Greater Lowell, ball's on the ground. I think Nantucket's got it. Looked like it was Chris Ryder from where I am. We couldn't quite see it. Santos, sorry. Darryl Santos picks it up. And Nantucket gets their first turnover. There's still a little bit of life left here now. 1:19 to go. 2 timeouts for Nantucket. But they got to go 76 yards. Many times on one play, right, Robert?
It's first comment of the season. Let's go. Here we go. They got barrels in the backfield.
Let's see this big play offense. They need it now.
Frame.
Frame rolling right. The blocking's there. He puts the ball on the ground. And let's see if Nantucket recovered it.
Good Frame on a fumble. Recovered by Greater Lowell.
So Nantucket gives the ball right back. Chris Frame trying to turn the corner, got hit, coughed the ball up.
First down and 10 for Greater Lowell on the Nantucket 18-yard line.
Well, that's a tough break for Nantucket.
We got to come up with an MVP. Looking at someone who got us back on the ball game here, unless something else happens. The votes are being tabulated.
Sharpless off tackle.
I'll be back in a minute. I'll go out and see how Bob Ryan wants to vote.
Well, there goes Dick.
Nantucket calls timeout. We're up to 1 minute left to play in the game.
I'm back. Votes are being tabulated here. Laundry, you got your pocket calculator with you? Maybe you ought to go and see how Opie's going to vote.
Opie's got to get back on the bus. Go back down to Tar Heel country.
I guess we'd have to give Opie a little award here for, he is working the game, but I'd have to say one of the
Furthest travel fans.
Wheeler fans, Island fans that come along, as he came all the way up from North Carolina on a train to New York, spent a few days in New York, took a train from New York to Boston this morning, come over to do this game on Oldies 96. We'd like to thank Oldies 96 this year for covering the games and helping us out where we can, and we've helped them out a few times.
And the Jeff isn't the didn't travel the farthest. I think Bill Flaherty flew in from Salt Lake City.
Okay, Jeff didn't travel the farthest, right? Bill Flaherty, we know, a former Nantucket Whaler, flew in from Utah City. So Jeff only winds up in second place. Bill Flaherty's got first, unless there's someone else we don't know about out here.
Some nut that came from California just for this game.
Is there any nuts out there from California? Would they please come up here to the booth to accept their award? Is anybody running over this way, Chris?
Bob could shame those Nantucket fans leaving early, though, by getting them on camera. Everyone looking to jump on those early flights going back to Hyannis. Strange things have happened. 51 seconds left. Nantucket down 8 points.
Out of timeout, so. Third down.
See, hey, guys, there's a griffin.
Here's a griffin. Get that griffin on camera there. Here it is. They took it down. For anybody that missed seeing it, a griffin was a sheet with some yellow on it. What do you say, Bob? We go back to Hyannis, or you want to spend the night in Boston?
Okay, we're ready to set. Greater Lowell just needs to fall on the ball now. 51 seconds left. See if they get greedy. Sharpless up the middle. Down to about the 5.
It should just be allowed to do it. Nantucket can't stop the clock. Clock is stopped, though. I guess it's stopped for the measurement. This would be a Nantucket's benefit if they don't make it. They'd probably go for it anyways. Just turn the ball over there. There's the griffin down there. Here it is, a griffin. Wait, here's a homey-looking beast.
Kind of looks like Elf, doesn't it?
Alf, yeah. Related to Alf. Okay, Greater Lowell getting set to celebrate here. This could be the last play of the game. They might get greedy here and try to get a touchdown, though. First and goal from the 5. Let's see if they just fall on it. No, they're going to go for the touchdown. Nice tackle out there by Shane Swack. He's not going to let him into the end zone. And they don't have to run another play if they don't want to.
Loss of the yard. Still second down and goal.
Well, let's run one more play, have a fumble. Nantucket pick it up and go 90 yards for a touchdown.
I'll buy that.
I don't think
12 seconds. I don't think they're going to come out of the huddle.
That's it. It's over. Greater Lowell will celebrate. A fine season has just ended for the Nantucket Whalers. They'll finish up 10-1. But they did a very credible job today at Nickerson Field. A couple breaks here and there, and
Nantucket did not get the normal amount of breaks they usually get in a game. The turnovers didn't come to late, and some of them were in favor of Greater Lowell, but nothing to be ashamed of, putting 14 points on the board here. Normally, Nantucket puts 14 points on the board, they win the game, but Cal Koch had himself an excellent day today, well over 190 yards. Last count we got, he had 191. That could be his total. But Nantucket could not stop his speed and stamina. 22 carries. Even after being taken out, he was out for a good part of the game. Maybe almost one quarter when you count the time lost at the beginning of the half, at the end of the half. So three quarters plus of football. Koch gets 22 carries for 191 yards. And our player of the game for the Nantucket Whalers, just when we thought there was no hope left, Chad Machete returned a kickoff, I think it was 83 yards, putting Nantucket back in here. And Chad Machete is our Harbor Fuel player of the game. Remember, Harbor Fuel donates money in a scholarship fund to be given to a senior at the end of the year. And we thank Harbor Fuel for being a pregame sponsor and offering this scholarship and player of the game. The trophy will be in the Nantucket school lobby, along with many other trophies the Nantucket Whalers have built up through the years. So Nantucket, I guess certainly BU has to be the jinx field in Nantucket football history. This is the third time up here, and third time they've come up a little bit short.
Right, 0-3 at Nickerson Field. I think we got to move this game back down to Middleborough.
Middleborough.
Well,
even the fella selling pennants out in front had Super Bowl 90 Nantucket, and then underneath it on the same pennant, they had Super Bowl 82 and 83. And I stopped and asked him, I said, what about Super Bowl 80? And he just shook his head. He said, well, I wasn't selling pennants up here in 80. I said, well, you should have been down in Middleborough selling them. So that's how much Nantucket gets respect for their lone victory in the Super Bowl. They don't even record it on the pennants for selling out in front of Boston University today.
Well, I guess that wraps up another fine season. Thank everybody who worked with us this year. Michael McCone.
We just have to call them all others. We can't
Others. That's
all
right.
those others who came on, Mike, but most of all, I'd like to thank each other here. Chris Worth for doing an outstanding job here. Bob Laundry, when he stayed awake, did an excellent job on camera. Just keep the game on track Monday night, will you? And myself, Dick Herman, enjoyed it. Another great football season, and certainly was a highlight of my announcing career to get back up here to Boston University. When I was up here playing, there was grass out there in those fields, but I came back here many times as a fan, as a coach, today as an announcer, and a proud father watching this game. It's too bad the ending could have been better, but a lot of memories at this field, and hopefully we'll break the jinx and get back up here next year.
I think we'll be here next year. Maybe.
So again, this is Channel 3 signing off for
See you in basketball.
The 19. Channel 3 will see you in basketball. It's not basketball season, it's the winter sports program. We're going to do 2 or 3 gymnastics meets this year. We're going to do 2 or 3 ladies basketball. Looks exciting. Some new coaches on the front. We're going to do some men's basketball. Exciting there. New coaches on the front. New coaches all the way across the board in basketball. three with no previous island coaching experience, and Jeremiah Spillane moving up. The girls' coach has a great background there, coaching in college. So again, this is Dick Herman signing off at Channel 3 for Chris Worth and Bob Laundry. See you this winter.